Roof Max of Hickory. Affordable roof rejuvenation. Visit MakeMyRoofLast.com.
The individuals depicted have been arrested but not convicted at the time of story postings. This information does not infer or imply guilt of any actions or activity other than their arrest. We make no warranty or guarantee as to the accuracy of this data. Welcome back. This is the WHKY News, and it's time for the Crime Report. I'm Ralph Mangum. I'll get started. 33-year-old John Dexter Wines of the Mount Ella Highway in Mooresville is wanted by Iredell County Sheriff's officers on felony counts of assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and a violation of a domestic violence protection order with a deadly weapon, plus a misdemeanor count of interfering with an electronic monitoring device. At about 3:15 a.m. on January 16th, deputies responded to a reported shooting at the intersection of Wiggins Road and the Mount Ella Highway. Upon arrival, deputies found the victim with a gunshot wound to the lower abdomen. The suspect had fled the scene in a vehicle. Iredell County EMS provided medical assistance, and the victim was transported to the hospital. Following a brief interview, officers learned that the shooting stemmed from a domestic dispute. The victim and the suspect were known to each other. Investigators determined that the suspect, John Dexter Wines, followed the victim's vehicle earlier that night. At the intersection, Wines blocked the victim's car, leading to an altercation during which he allegedly shot the victim with a handgun before fleeing toward Rowan County. Wines had been wearing a court-ordered ankle monitor due to prior domestic violence charges, but he cut it off while fleeing. Warrants have been issued for Wines' arrest. The investigation is ongoing, and additional charges may follow. Anyone with information regarding the whereabouts of John Dexter Wines should contact the Sheriff's Office, 704-878-3100. A man and woman face charges in a drug trafficking case. Rob Eastwood reports.
The suspects were arrested following a traffic stop that was initiated after police learned that one of the occupants in the vehicle had charges pending against him. During their investigation, police reportedly seized fentanyl, methamphetamine, and multiple firearms. Both suspects are scheduled to appear in court this upcoming Tuesday. 32-year-old Tony Randall Gregg Jr. and 22-year-old Shayna McKenzie Patton, both of Lenoir, were arrested Thursday by Caldwell County Sheriff's officers. Gregg is charged with 2 counts of trafficking opium or heroin, possession of a firearm by a felon, probation violation, and failure to appear. Patton is charged with 2 counts of trafficking opium or heroin and maintaining a vehicle or dwelling for controlled substance. At 7:33 a.m. Thursday, deputies conducted a vehicle stop on a silver Ford Fusion on Kincaid Hill Road in Lenoir. The car was stopped due to the fact that deputies recognized Tony Randall Gregg and he had outstanding warrants for his arrest. Deputies confirmed the identity of the driver of the vehicle as Gregg. The vehicle was also occupied by Shayna McKenzie Patton. Gregg was placed under arrest on charges of probation violation and failure to appear. As he was being placed under arrest, he was found to be sitting on a 9mm handgun. Both occupants admitted they were in possession of controlled substances, according to authorities. A search resulted in the discovery of 14.5 grams of suspected fentanyl and 2 grams of suspected methamphetamine, along with a second firearm. The suspects were also found to be in possession of $2,739 in U.S. currency, which was also seized. Both suspects were brought to the Caldwell County Detention Center. Gregg was jailed under no bond. Patton's bond was set at $75,000. Both suspects are scheduled to appear in district court on Tuesday. Reporting for WHKY News, I'm Rob Eastwood.
Thank you, Rob. 32-year-old Christian Uriel Perez of Taylorsville was sentenced to serve up to 15 months in prison this week in Alexander County District Court. He pleaded guilty to possession of a controlled substance on jail premises and carrying a concealed gun. He will be placed on probation at the conclusion of the sentence. At last report, Perez remained in the Alexander County Detention Center awaiting transfer to the State Department of Corrections. And 24-year-old Grayson Edward Wilson of Legion Road in Hudson was arrested Thursday by authorities in Caldwell County. He's charged with disseminating obscenity and harmful material to a minor. Wilson was released on a $4,000 bond. No court date is currently listed. That brings us to the end of the crime report. Thank you all for joining us. Now for WHKY, I'm Ralph Mangum, reminding you to keep it clean and keep it legal.